What's up, PCN 34?
My name is Allison Edkid.
My name is Jorlyn Abon.
Christy on the Moon here, also known as Christy or Rizal.
I'm DJ.
Joshua Basta.
Chino Gaines.
Gunda Luzon.
Bronson Farr.
Isabel David.
Patricia Delios.
Gianna Solier.
My name is Teresa.
Micah Hosta.
My name is Megan Mayetta.
My name is Derek.
Hi, I'm Lovely.
My name is EJ.
It's Ian Luna.
Mario Behenting.
My name is Emmanuel. Most people call me by Manny.
It's Aaron Vito or Vito.
My name is Alexa.
My name is Crystal Magnicat.
And Justine Geronimo.
My name is Jason.
My name is Kyle Fernando.
My name is Nicole Savio.
My name is Francis Barras.
I'm Danielle Jackla or DJ.
It's Jared Tanielu.
I'm Jordan.
I am Cal State Long Beach's 2019-2020 PCN coordinator. I, along with my coach Jorlyn, we basically just oversaw all of the positions on PCN board and made sure that those were being done properly. We also did scheduling, booking practices, booking venues, booking lots of things, stuff like that, just all the behind the scenes work and basically running the show. A message to our cast for PCN 34. I am eternally grateful for you guys, no matter how our show ended. I know it was really rough, and I feel really bad that especially any newbies to PCN didn't get to complete their first year in PCN. So I hope that you guys continue to participate in PCN after all of this is done, and I miss you guys so much, and I hope you are all staying safe. To my boardies, to Jason Gisilbo, along with you guys never failed us once. You guys showed up for Jorlyn and I above and beyond every time, all 39 of you, and I am eternally grateful and proud of all of you guys for stepping up as much as you guys did for us and for this whole year. And I love you guys, and there is no one else I would have chosen to be on this board and lead this board with.
Being PCN cord was a lot of responsibility. It's more of like the executive position on board. What we did was look over everyone's positions and made sure that everyone was getting their responsibilities done on time, and we set and reinforced rules like getting everything done by a specific date and making sure that we were on track for the season. We also did bookings for venues and contractors to make sure that we had all of the equipment and venues ready for the show. To my fellow cast members, I know that this is not what you guys expected, and you guys were very eager to be part of our show, as well as I was very eager to have you guys part of our show. And I know it really sucks that you guys weren't able to perform with us, but I hope that one day in the future you can potentially come back and be part of our amazing organization. PCN is so amazing, and I really hope that one day you guys have your time to shine. I'm really lucky that we were able to cross paths during that short amount of time, and I hope to see you guys in the future. And I miss you guys, and I really hope you guys are staying safe. To my fellow boardies, Al and I literally cannot stress how thankful we are for being the best board we could ever ask for. There's no one on this board that we would replace or we'd wish that we went with someone else. No, like, you guys are literally the perfect board, and I am so thankful and so happy and blessed that I was able to work with you guys, and I made a friendship out of us. So yeah, thank you guys, and I know that we really told you guys to do more for 34, and you guys literally did the most without us asking, and you've done so much up until this point, even though it's longer than the term you were supposed to be in. So really, thank you guys so much for just being the best board we could ever ask for.
I am 1/3 of your PCN 34 skit writers, and this year's production was called Nasa Dugo Ko. What skit essentially does is that we create the storyline for the whole show. And to me, the storyline is what I find important for PCN. There are stories that can be told, and then there are stories that get remembered. And to me, PCN stories are always remembered. They open up discussions about topics and things about our culture that we may have not known about, or something that we have known about but just don't choose to talk about it. To me, those stories are so important because not only can we relate to them as Filipinos, but everyone else that watches them and are not Filipino can also relate to them. I want to say thank you so much to my actors and actresses for Nasa Dugoko. You guys are simply amazing and talented individuals, and although things did not go our way this year, I want to say thank you because you guys really brought our characters out. You guys brought our story to life, and I could never express my gratitude, love, and thanks for that. But I hope this doesn't discourage you guys from doing future PCNs. There are so many stories that need to be told, and maybe you guys can be the ones to tell them. To my boardies, my all aboardies, you guys literally are the definition of doing more for 34. You guys are amazing and hardworking, and I could never ask for a better board to be a part of. You guys made my first year as a skit writer so awesome and amazing, and I love you guys so much. So keep on keeping on. This is Christy signing off for now, so bye.
I am 1/3 of your guys' skit writers for this PCN season. First off, I'm very grateful to have been selected to co-write the story for this PCN. Skit is special to me just because never did I think in a million years I could write a story, let alone about my culture, but being inspired from the previous PCNs and just collectively finding my identity within the PCN community, I think helped pave the way for me to take on skit writer. I'm very lucky to have worked alongside my co-hosts Christy and Justin, two very talented people who have shined in skits prior. I'm very grateful to have not only learned from you guys, but to have collaborated and come up with the story that we have. I'm very happy it was with you two. I also want to give a special shout out to Jor and Al, two very strong and admirable women that, you know, not only believed in me to take on this position, but also didn't let our story die. Big shout out to all aboard, a really special group of boardies. I think honestly we would have had the PCN to remember, so big love to you guys. And lastly, I just want to give a special shout out to my cast. All 9 of you guys hold a really special place in my heart. You all have amazing work ethic. You guys are all very talented, and you guys have not only passion for this production but for the culture as well. My group was honestly gonna kill it in Showcase, but honestly COVID hit and it happens, I guess.
For PCN 34, I was the secretary. So my responsibilities include creating weekly meeting minutes and taking notes of the important things that we've discussed at those meetings. More importantly, I believe that I am the right-hand man to the PCN chords. I support them and all of board actually in any way that I can. So to the cast, I would like to say, remember the friendships that you've made and the feeling that PCN gave you during the few weeks of practice that we had. These memories will forever live on in our hearts and always be a part of PCN 34. To board, I just want to say that all of your hard work will not go unnoticed. Although I did not express it much, I truly admire the work ethic and the spirit that you all brought to board. It was highly contagious and extremely motivating to work alongside people who were so passionate. You all exemplify the phrase, doing more for 34.
PCN 34's finance chair, and I just wanted to thank all the board members for putting a great amount of dedication, and shout out to Jor and Al, CBB, Jor, North Sister, for just putting everything together and just keeping our board together. Many times we could have gave up and we didn't because of you guys.
I'm one out of your 2 alumni chords for PCN 34. In this position, my co and I were here to help and guide our fellow board members and as well as all of our cast in any way, shape, or form. In addition to that, we also reach out to our alumni throughout our whole season in hopes to bring them out to see just how we get on with our show. We also ask them for their help and feedback because after all, they've been here and they know exactly what it takes to put on a successful show. Now, I just want to say a huge thank you to our cast, whether that be you were an actor, a dancer, in a committee, you know, anything in between. Just a big thank you. The circumstances that we were put under were not the best, but until the very end, y'all were there with us. Your faith never faltered, and I can't thank you all enough. I am just so thankful that We were given a cast like all of you with such great dedication. My heart goes out to all of you. Much love. Now, to my fellow boardies, I love you guys so much. This was not what we expected, but we have fought hard, as hard as we ever could, and I'm just so thankful to have been surrounded by such amazing people. I love you guys. Your perseverance has shined through. All of you have instilled so much in me, and I can't thank you all enough.
I am one of your alumni cords for this year. A big part of what alumni cords do is that we organize special nights for alumni to come out and see how the show has evolved over the years. We also write a monthly newsletter where we keep alumni informed about our progress throughout the year. And we also serve as mentors to both cast members and board members, whether it be in schooling, career choices, or life in general. To all of our cast members who came out and actually participated in all of the practices that we held, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. It was great seeing you all who came from different backgrounds to learn more about our culture, and I'm very proud of you for doing that. I hope that you get the chance to participate in a full PCN once this is all over. Trust me, it is one of the best rides of your life. To all of my boardies, thank you so much for making this last PCN a very memorable one. You have all worked very hard, and I'm proud of you as well. You have helped create new traditions that will be passed down for years to come, and I hope to see those traditions alive when I come back to visit. Y'all are the realists for doing more for 34, and let's all get Pazookies at BJ's again.
We served as your PCN 34 fundraising coordinators. Yay! As the fundraising coordinators, we planned and organized many fundraisers throughout the year. These fundraisers were aimed at raising money to help fund for the costumes, the props, and even the venue for PCN.
So we had a lot of fundraisers, a lot of small ones like selling stickers and having fundraisers at restaurants and boba places, but we would say the two biggest ones were the High Fundy that happened at PCF and then the two clubbing fundraisers that we held. These ones generated the most money, and we were able to support next year's board, which is really cool.
And the only reason why those fundraisers were so successful was because of you guys. Our cast, friends, family, and even our boardies were there to help and support us. And with that money, we're able, as Patricia said, to support our board and the boards after us.
So we hope you guys gained a lot of bonding experiences and made many connections with other cast members or board members and just anyone else in PCN. And we hope that we inspired you to keep supporting PCN and keep showing your love for PCN.
And now a message to our boardies. Thank you all so much for helping us grow in our positions and giving us insight as to how we could go about planning our fundraisers. It was so fun working with you all and fun getting to know all of you guys, and I hope we're able to see each other after COVID ends.
Yeah, I've enjoyed working with everyone. This board has definitely been one of the most memorable, probably because we're all going through the same thing and COVID really hit us all pretty hard, but we all have the memories. Like, we're always gonna have board retreat. Yeah, I'm just gonna miss working with all of you guys, and I hope that all of us can continue having the love that we all do for PCN in the future and stuff.
I'm one of the PCN 34 marketing chairs, and me and my co Teresa, we were basically in charge of all the social media accounts from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we also we were in charge of all the sponsorships, whether it's from businesses or alumni donating to the show. And co, I love you. I couldn't have asked for a better first co to be paired with. Our bond was very strong throughout this year, and I will always cherish the memories that we made together, even when we were like having meetings, but it was still fun with you. To PCN 34 board, I have never met a group of people with so much passion, talent. Everyone on this board was so talented, and it just made me want to strive even more and better in my position, because I felt like everyone was just killing the game, and I always thought I had to do better because I was with you guys. But thank you for being an amazing board. This was such, like, this first board experience was unforgettable for me. Thank you for all the memories that we made during retreat or those board hangouts at BJ's. Just thank you guys for being amazing. Lastly, to Jor and Al, I love you two so much. You guys were some of the best PCN coords I've ever met, and it was been an amazing experience to work under you guys. Thank you for letting me have this opportunity to be on your PCN board and choosing me. I am eternally grateful for all of this stuff you've given me and everyone on the board. Thank you guys. I love you both so much.
I was one of the marketing chairs with Janice this year. As marketing chairs, we coordinated with the businesses to help them get involved in our show and support it and just connect with our community. And we also managed the social media platforms, posting all the events and information that you guys needed to see. So a message to our cast: thank you guys so much for all of the hard work that you guys put in despite it being cut short. I know that you guys were so driven, and we're so grateful as a board to have that, and I hope that you guys continue it in next year and many years to come, and just keep coming back because that is our home. To my thank you so much for just going along with this ride and making this process so easy. I have so much love for you, and I'm so grateful that we're able to work along so well and just have a blast. To our boardies, thank you guys so much. I have so much love for you guys as well, and even though I came off very shy in the beginning, I'm so grateful to have met you guys and just experience this all together as a group. We're going to be doing more for PCN 34 always, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of it, and I wouldn't imagine myself in any other board.
I was one of the programs coordinators for this year, and my and I were essentially the graphic designers for PCN Board. This is one of the positions that doesn't have a committee, so it's just my and I working on the stuff. But I was really looking forward to creating and designing everything that we wanted to make for this year, just because I feel like we had a lot of really good ideas incorporating elements from the story that Skit was trying to tell. But I still had a really great time working with her. So shout out Dom, Illy. To the cast, I really hate that your guys' PCN experience was cut short like this. I was really excited to see what you guys were going to put together, and I know you guys would have created an amazing show. To my boardies, I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. I'm really happy that I got a chance to work with you guys, and I'm so proud of every single one of you.
And I was the webmaster on this year's PCN board, and my responsibilities were to keep the website updated, do all the back-end techie stuff, and it was a blast. A message to my boardies is, yeah, this year kind of sucked. It was tough. We weren't able to put on the PCN we hoped for, but we're still able to say we came out of this year stronger, we came out of this experience smarter, and we did it. We're still putting our story out there.
I'm one of the archives coordinators for PCN 34. Archives is essentially in charge of documenting the whole PCN journey, from start when the whole new PCN board forms to the end when we clap it up for the final time. We manage all the photography and videography aspects, whether that be taking cast headshots, filming a trailer, or hiring the photographer and videographer for the day. The work that my Zach, and I have done for PCN 34 has been nothing short of amazing. To the Archives Committee, thank you for all that you've done, and I hope you all will continue to create and inspire in whatever career you'll be in. To the cast, thank you so much for joining the PCN journey, and even though we didn't get to finish, it was still a pleasure of having everyone be part of this journey. If it was your last PCN or your first, I hope that you all will still continue to keep in touch with the Filipino culture. To PCN Board, aka all aboard, you all are amazing individuals. It was truly an honor to be a part of board with everyone. I know for some of you, this might be the last time that we'll be interacting in a way. So if I don't see you in the future, I just want to wish you the very best in this thing that we call life. And I hope that yours will be a fulfilled one.
I was the costume coordinator of PCN 33. So costumes, we sew the costume, prep the costume, we help the dancers and performers get into the costume during PCN. As a costume coordinator, I would like to thank the whole cast and my committee for an amazing last year with PCN. I've been doing PCN for the past 5 years, and this is a great way to end. Even though it didn't turn out the way we wanted to, I'm still grateful for every single one of you, especially to my boardies. We really worked hard this year, and we had such a strong connection and everything. I could tell how hard everyone worked, and I'm very grateful for you guys putting your all this past year. And I just love you guys. I love all of you guys.
And I'm one of your costumes coordinators for PCN 34. I'm responsible for managing all the costumes that are worn, identifying which traditional Filipino costume belongs to which suite, and just in general making sure that everyone looks good while performing. Now to my committee. Hello. God, it's so unfortunate that we have to meet this way, but I just wanted to make sure that all of you know that I am so grateful for all of you. There was few of you, but you were also encouraging, and you just wanted to learn and help out, and I couldn't be more grateful. Shout out to Eric, Isaac. Now to my boardies. I am so lucky to be part of such a talented group of people. You are all so hardworking and kind, and you held the promise of such an amazing PCN. You literally were doing so much more for 34. Like, it was insane. I am so glad that you all became the Filipino family that I never knew I needed. And I'm so happy I got to know all of you. I love you guys.
Your music cord for PCN 34. And I'm just here to talk about my position as music cord. I was responsible for writing original OPM music for the production and the skit that we were gonna produce for the show. And sadly, things didn't work out the way that we wanted it to, but we're hopeful for this coming year, and hopefully we can make the best output of what we have. A message to all my committee and cast members: thank you so much for putting in all that effort throughout the year, throughout that last semester that we had together. I know it was a lot, and it was definitely a lot stressful for us as board members. And just not having the show that we all deserved was really painful for all of us. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate each and every single one of you that came out day in, day out, putting in the work, willing to spend hours at a time just learning your lines, learning your dance routines, and just making PCN just up to its standards and above and beyond of what we could imagine. To all my boardies, guys, I can't thank you guys enough for being so supportive, and just being there every step of the way when I needed someone to talk to, someone to listen to, and someone just to push me in the right direction. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you guys. You guys are literally my second family at school, and it's beyond me of how close we've gotten in the span of several months, you know. And to think that we were in this momentum and it was cut short, I really feel like there's an injustice to this, but hopefully we can definitely share what we have left in the future to come.
I was one of two of the music committee directors. Seeing how there was not much involvement of cast members into music, myself and my Ian Luna, we wanted to create a committee and a choir to get more people involved. Because music develops much more later into the season, we never really saw this vision come to life. But to everyone who supported us, to everyone who showed us interest in our project, we want to thank you, or I want to thank you. And my thanks also extends to my fellow boardies. I've had a few experiences in my life like this, where you come along and you get into a group of people who share the same vision, who share the same goals as you. And it's a really great feeling when you're in it, and to have it end, it was very bittersweet.
I'm one of your prop coordinators, one of the three to be more precise. So to explain props briefly of what it is a place where you can build shit and get lit. But more specifically, we build all of the props and all of the items that are used in both the dances and the skit. So anything that can go, such as fans, sticks, weapons, any of those kind of things to explain the story and the meanings behind the dances, we are in charge of. So we kind of dip our toes in all of the suites and all of the other committees to make sure that the show goes as smoothly and as successfully as possible. So my message to my cast or my committee is, with such little time that we have, I really want to thank you guys for all your hard work and all of your dedication into helping us build the props that we've had. We wouldn't have done it without you, and we are sincerely grateful. And the message for my boardies is, thank you for the memories. I really hope I can keep in touch with all of you, and I had the best moments of my life over there.
One half of hospitality, so basically hospitality made sure everyone in PCN felt welcome. Towards the end of PCN, hospitality would take care of the food for the cast members, but most importantly, we took care of icebreakers so people got to know each other. And yeah, so for the committee and cast, I just want to say thank you for coming through for the PCF and PCN. We would not have made it this far without you guys. PCN is important because of all the people and all the bonds you would make and all the culture you would learn. For boardies, this is a weird year, weird time, but I'm glad we're all like pushing and working hard for this. We never done this. This first pandemic PCN, pandemic culture night. Anyway, I'm glad I got to work with a lot of you, and I'm glad that we had our special times together.
I'm one of the two Moro coordinators, and for this year's PCN, my co and I decided to do Sing Kill for our main dance, which tells the story of a princess and her servant who get lost in the forest during an earthquake, and they also get rescued by a prince. To my suite, I'm so thankful for all of you, every 63 one of you guys in our group meet. Cody and I are so overwhelmed with the amount of support we got from everyone who showed up to practices, auditioned for our solos, and just anyone who showed interest in our suite in general. We could not have done it for the season that we had without you guys. And to my wonderful soloists, and even everyone who just auditioned for Entourage, we really had it all, even though we didn't get to put it into a show. I'm so thankful for all of it. And to my boardies, I love you.
Things first, I'd like to thank Alan Jor for picking me for this position, and never giving up on the show. You guys showed so much strength, and from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank you for keep on going, even though we faced an impossible situation. Thank you. When me and my co were picked for this position, we had one dance that we really wanted, and that was Sing Kill. You know, it was about a dance, but it was a dance about a princess trying to avoid these bamboo trees falling on her in an earthquake caused by the Dewatas, or the spirits. And we later came to a conclusion that we should have all female and all male dance as well. The all male dance I was in charge of is called Borong Talo. Borong Talo was about a fight between a cat and a hawk, and it was supposed to be an epic clash, and it showed in our choreo as well. You know, and I really wanted to do Moro Suite because I just fell in love with Moro. I've been doing Moro for, I'm going in my 9th year right now, so I've been doing it all 9 years, and I absolutely love it. And I want to just thank all my Moro Suite first. Like, thank y'all so much. You know, my goal was to make this the best Moro anyone has seen, and y'all helped me help us make our vision come true. Every time I come to practice, you'll be practicing before. Every time you have a break, you'll be practicing, asking me about the counts, the timing, and everything about it. And from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank y'all. My Bronc Talo boys, shout out to y'all, man. I mean, they went full speed third week, and I wasn't even expecting them to go full speed until the second month, and y'all killed it. Let me tell y'all, like I seriously think y'all killed it from what y'all learned, man. To my boardies, I love every single one of y'all. You know, gotta keep it short and sweet, but hopefully one day in the future we can hop on Mario's train again and take one last shot.
I was one of the mountain chords for this year's PCN 34. My co's name is Rod, and together we did 4 dances for the mountain suite. Our first dance was Shalijog, which is the dance of the harvest, where the men and the women would imitate the movements of the eagle. Our second dance was Bana and Saleh Salit. Bana is the famous pot dance that women in the Kalinga tribe would perform, and it was basically show the strength and agility that these women have, and balancing all the pots as they're doing the dance. Saleh Salit is a Kalinga courtship dance where there is one man holding this little cloth called the alap, and he would just go around one of the women from the previous dance as she is balancing all of the pots on her head. Our next dance was Denua, which is another celebratory dance from the Ifugao tribe actually, and it was mostly celebrated for weddings and large festivals. Our last dance was Tachok, which is another celebratory dance done by the Kalinga tribe, and it was basically to celebrate the birth of a firstborn or another wedding. A message I would say to my suite was just overall just thank you guys. It was such an amazing experience to like just learn about the mountain tribe and teach you guys the importance of what it means to be a part of mountain. And yeah, and overall just seeing your guys' faces and like seeing your interpretation of the dance that we thought about. A message to my boardies is well, I love you guys, and even though it was a rough time during when we were trying to do PCN, we all stuck together, and they were basically my second family at the time. Even though I personally was dealing with stuff in my life, I will never forget all my boardies. And we had such a close bond, and it was so nice.
I was one of your Spanish coordinators for PCN 34. One of the dances that we were working on last year is called Mazurka Boholana, which is a Spanish-inspired ballroom dance where men guide the women as the women are their most valued treasure. And another one that we were working on is called Mariposa, where the men are portrayed as butterflies, the women are flowers, and then the men fly from flower to flower until they find the one that they love. And to everyone that came out and participated in our suite for the past semester, I just wanted to express my appreciation and gratefulness for each and every one of you for giving me and Jason your time and for putting our vision to life. And I hope that with everything that has happened, that you guys aren't discouraged from doing PCN in the future. If anything, you should be motivated to put on a bigger and better show for the one that we weren't able to put out this year. And to everyone on board, I just wanted to say that I have been continuously inspired and proud of all of the work that we have put out this past year, and there isn't anyone else that I would have wanted to work alongside, and I'm proud to be a part of our board. And to Jason, there is no one else that I would have wanted to work with this past year. I'm so proud of you and everything that you've done for our suite, and hopefully we can see each other soon.
And I'm 2019 and 2020's Spanish coordinator. So the dance I was in charge of was La Jota Manilena, and it's considered a fast-paced dance. It's really important to keep tempo. It consists of guys and girls using castanets to match the beat of the music. So to my suite, I really regret that we can't do a show. I was really looking forward to showing something that we were able to like make together and call it ours. Hi boardies, I mean, I really miss you guys. like PCN practice was like really fun because like all the boardies would just come out and we'd all just like hang out and all that. And I don't know, it was just super easy to like talk to everyone in board.
I am one of your regional chords. One of the dances that we had planned for PCN 34 is Makatod, and this dance is a rite of passage of the Tagabawa sub-tribe of Davao Mandaya. This dance focuses on a prince who was born high by his courtiers and was given a place of high honor by his people. During this dance, the male dancers use shredded palm frond as wings to mimic the movement of an eagle. And our second dance was Sagut Uno, which is a prayer of the choosing of rice fields, which is also known as the Bagabo rice cycle. And the men use talapak poles to dig holes while the women place grains of rice after working the rice fields. And then men, women come together to celebrate the completion of the rice cycle. Message to my dancers, I love you guys with all my heart. You guys are literally the best. Thank you guys for participating in PCN 34 and joining regional, as you guys is sweet. You guys literally made me so happy watching you guys dance the dances that we had planned, and I love you guys. To my boardies, you guys literally mean the world to me, each and every one of you guys. I'm sad that our term has ended and we're moving on to a new PCN, but I love you guys. Hope you guys are staying safe. Hilly.
I am one of the regional chords for PCN 34, and one of the dances that my co and I were planning on doing is called Pagdiwata. And Pagdiwata is a festival of thanksgivings to the gods for their healing powers and blessings. In this dance, we celebrate 3 goddesses who heal the sick and give their people a bountiful harvest and hunting expedition. To my sweet, I just want to say thank you guys so much for wanting to be a part of PCN and joining regional. Being able to see everything that Kyle and I came up with, just seeing it all come together through you guys during practices, seeing you guys have so much fun learning the dances and the history behind it all. It's honestly such an amazing feeling, and I couldn't have asked for better dancers. I hope you guys do come back to PCN, and I love you guys, and I hope you're staying safe. To my boardies, thank you guys. This was my first time being on PCN board, and I honestly wouldn't have thought that I would have applied for this position, but I'm so glad that I did because I was able to become a lot closer with you guys. Things didn't go the way that we wanted it to, but I'm so thankful for all the memories that we've made. We'll always have retreat and train shots. Now that PCN 34 is over, I do hope that we all still stay in touch because I love you guys so much and I miss you all.
And we are the Rural Suite Coordinators for PCN 34. First of all, we want to say thank you to everyone in PCN that gave their time and energy to it. Even though things did not go as planned, we still have some good memories that we can cherish. Rural is all about perseverance in the face of adversity, all the while celebrating the good that we have together. It's part of what makes us a strong people. So for the Rural Suite of PCN 34, we want you guys to remember the dances we were planning on, which was Tikos, Pasikat Nabaso, and Sayaw sa Bangko. And so for Tikos, it's a dance about groups of people doing chores for one another one day out of the week without expecting monetary compensation. It's an important part of social life in the region of Leyte, and in the evenings, they come together to eat, rest, and hang out.
The next dance is Pasikat na Baso. From the barrios in Pangasinan, Pasikat means to show off, and Baso means drinking glass. A popular dance among farmer peasants to do during special occasions like weddings. This dance demonstrates good balance and graceful movements while balancing glasses that contain water or native wine.
And so for our last dance, Sayaw sa Bangko, it is a famous Filipino folk dance upon which dancers must use good skill and balance to dance on top of a narrow bench. This dance traces its roots all the way back to regions of Pangapisan, Lingayen, and Pangasinan.
Dancers showcase their skills as they dance on top of a narrow bench while constantly trading places. As opposed to competing with each other to stay on the bench, dancers must complement each other to ensure that they do not fall. to the Rural Suite, thank you guys for coming out to practices and letting me and my co teach to you guys. I know it was one of my dreams to become a suite coordinator, and I was grateful that it was for Rural Suite, being that the Rural Suite was my first suite that I did in my first PCN. And thank you guys for being our little family. And I knew that every time I go to practice, my day would get a little bit better seeing you guys. To the boardies of PCN 34, we got so close in such a short amount of time, and we were really all there for each other and all very supportive to one another. And I thank you guys for that. I knew that I could lean on any one of you guys, and you'd always be there for me.
To my dancers, I just want to say thank you for showing up to rehearsals, putting in the hard work, and bearing with DJ and I as we taught the dances. It was amazing to see you guys pick up the choreography and see it all come together. And it was especially super amazing to see you guys having fun. Because to me personally, that was my greatest reward as a suite coordinator. And I'm super thankful to be yours. I hope you guys remember this one. To my boardies, I'm proud of all of you. Looking at our journey from the very beginning to now, there's so much growth, whether it is in confidence, in knowledge, in friendship, or strength. I'm super proud of everyone, and I'm grateful that you guys all applied to be on board. I wouldn't take any of you out for the world.
I am one of the 2 TNIC coordinators for PCN 34. Now, what Jordan and I had planned for the TNICling performance was to have a TNICling performance that was never seen before, not only in Long Beach, but also throughout any colleges. For example, in regards to my part, I wanted to focus on the performance to be dynamic, whether it be in the choreography, but also in the transitions with the sticks. I wanted everything to be fluid and constantly engaging for the audience to see something new every time. And something that I drew heavy inspiration from for when conducting and comprising my choreography was from movies, in particular musicals, whether it be The Sound of Music, Grease, High School Musical, or even La La Land. Those are the few inspirations I took while considering my choreography. Now, a message for my dancers: hey guys, I miss you guys. I think about you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. Now, I know for some of you, this first TNIC experience might have sucked, but if you do have the opportunity, I do heavily implore you to seek out another TNIC opportunity, because nothing beats that first performance, and I hope you guys are doing well. Now, in regards to the board members, I'd like to thank you guys so much for welcoming me with open arms. I would never imagine myself being applying for PCN Board, and thank you guys for welcoming me with open arms, like I said it again.
One of the TNICling coordinators from this past year. To get a little bit into what I was trying to do on my end, I can't speak for my cousin, I'm sure he said it in his video, but for me, I was trying to create little individual moments within the performance. I know the TNICling tends, even though it's a big performative suite, a lot of the formations can get caught up like with each other because they kind of look the same. So I was going for very unique looking formations this year that like would stick in people's mind. I had actually a solo, which I haven't really seen the TNIClings do. They tend to operate as a unit, which is why I wanted to throw in a solo. Shout out Dong and Ruben. Just so that there's that wow moment that I find that can get lost sometimes in TNICling. But that was my general vision. Moving on to my dancers, I don't know, you'll all be back. I hope so. So I don't think that we should really dwell too much on what didn't get to happen, because I know that I still have all of you guys as friends in my life. And if I want to see any of you, I'll just hit you up, you know?
Why is PCN so important to you?
PCN is so important to me because the Filipino culture is a big part of my life, and without PCN, without being a part of that for the past 10 years, I don't think I would be the person I am today, because, I don't know, I just feel like it's important to know where you come from and all of that past, because that's how you can grow. and it's always good to have young people learn about their culture and want to better it. So yeah, please continue to support Long Beach PCN as much as you can and forever.
PCN in general is just so important to me because it really helped me discover what it meant to be Filipino American. I've struggled with finding my identity within my culture growing up before college, so this really gave me a healthy outlet to realize how I wanted to be part of the Filipino culture and what I've been missing out on. And as you can see, it got me here. It got me to be part of this amazing organization. And I really hope you guys come back in the future and keep this alive. Yeah. I love you guys and thank you so much for being the best board, best cast we could ask for.
Lastly, I just want to say that while it still hurts ending my PCN career on this note, I really do not regret all the blood, sweat, and tears I put into this production. A big part of who I am today is because of PCN, and I will always have love for this show. So with that being said, love you guys.
PCN is so important to me because I was able to celebrate my culture with people that I could connect to and relate to on so many levels. It has a special place in my heart because I've made lifelong friendships and memories that no one will really understand, except for those people who experienced PCN with me. It gave me a sense of comfort to be able to go to practice knowing that we were all there for one reason, and that one reason was to share our passion for our culture in the way that we know. Thank you to everyone for being a part of PCN 34 in whatever way it was, whether it was a committee, suite, being on board. I really appreciate you and I will never forget you. Thank you.
PCN 34 to me is straight up family. When I moved away from San Diego, PCN was my family away from home. So I'm hoping PCN 35, we're gonna rock it.
I've been here for the last 5 years. It has taught me so much about myself, about my culture, more than I ever thought it would. I would not be the person I am today without it. I love it so much. PCN will always have a place in my heart after 5 years. How could it not? Thank you for all the memories. And lastly, Mama Glenda out.
PCN completed me as a person. It made me want to discover who I was as a Filipino American. And, that has such a profound effect because how do you say thank you to something that completes you as a whole? It's the big reason why I will always hold Long Beach PCN in a special place in my heart, and I will always come back to help out whenever I can. Please stay safe and stay well, and I'll see you at the end of 2020.
PCN is important to me because PCN is home. I've been part of PCN since my freshman year of college and I'm going into my 4th year, and I hadn't really been exposed to any part of my culture prior to that, so it's been a really big part of my college experience and I've learned so much about Filipino culture in the span of 3 years than I have in my entire life. So this will always be something that I will hold near and dear to my heart, and I will cherish forever the memories and bonds that I've made through PCN. And I love you guys so much.
PCN is so important to me because it allowed me the opportunity and space to grow as a Filipino American. I learned so much about my Filipino culture through the traditional dances, and I had so much fun doing so. I've made so many friends and formed strong relationships and bonds with other people, and I'm so excited to see what's in the future for PCN, and I hope I'm able to participate after COVID's over. But thank you all so much for letting this experience be so memorable. Love you guys.
PCN is important to me because I've been part of PCN in general for a long time, since I was 12 and now I'm 22. It's just a big part of my life, and it's been a big part of my life. It's made me grow into a person that I am today, and always makes me feel grateful for my culture, and I always learn something about myself every PCN, so that's why it's important to me. See you guys next year.
PCN means so much to me because it connects
so much of my culture and stuff that I love, like dancing, but I've also met so many amazing people who have helped me come to be where I am. It's also just so good to experience the memories of putting on a show, even if we don't get to put it on, or if we do. Those memories of building it and the memories of the late night practices are going to be some things that we cherish forever. So I'm so grateful for all of you guys to have you in my life, and I hope to see you guys in some way or another in the future. Sending all of my love to you. Yeah.
I don't really know how to describe it. I just know that like it just means a lot to me. It gave me a home in SoCal because I'm not from around here. It gave me a home. It gave me so many friends that I would consider to be lifelong friends now, and it gave me a community where I felt like I belonged in. But yeah, I really hate how things turned out this year, but obviously we can't dwell on the what ifs, and I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe and doing their best to be a good human being. Bye.
What it means to me is a way to unpack my cultural identity as a Filipino American, and it really gives a space and a comforting place for others to gather and to share our stories and bond through the experiences of the Filipino diaspora. And through performance art, we could share these like amazing stories and bonds with our families, and we come out with forever friendships, and that's so beautiful. And yeah, I'm really happy to be part of this board and to have been a part of PCN for all these years, and I wouldn't change this part of my college experience for anything.
PCN has and always will be the highlight of my college years. Not only has it changed me personally as a person, it's also led me to learn a lot more about my culture and grow an appreciation for the country that I was born in and the many different facets of the Filipino culture. Most importantly, PCN gave me a voice. It gave me a voice to express my Igorot identity and continue to pass on the stories of the Filipinos that came before.
PCN has been such an important part of my life, and I'm really grateful for it. It gave me so many friends, so many memories. I got to be in touch with my culture, and I just love performing. I love the days leading up to PCN. So even though this year wasn't supposed to go this way, this was a great last year of being in PCN either way. I wouldn't have been here without all of you guys, and it's thanks to you guys that I was able to push through this year for my last year. So thank you. I love you. Love every one of you guys. Instead of being on stage the next few years, I'll be in the audience.
PCN is the show that made me proud to be Filipino. I did not get to learn much of my own culture, and I was just suddenly thrown into a show that was just all about it. It made me into the person that I am today. And even though we didn't get an actual show this year, I'm glad that we still get to showcase this. I love you all so much, and I hope the next time we see each other, it's safely and on a stage. Bye-bye.
It's a lot of things, honestly. PCN is just a bridge from our culture to what we know today as Filipino American culture, and just bridging that gap for Filipinos and Filipino Americans to come together and to acknowledge our history and where we've come to what we are now and how we're progressing in future, and just looking forward to what we're going to become and what we can do and produce even further and bringing our culture to its peak, spreading our message of who we are as Filipinos to people who've never even met a Filipino. I'm just thankful for the family that I've met and known and come to love. You guys are literally some of my dearest friends, and I can't thank you guys enough. So yeah, PCN to me is honestly family. Family is what I've come to know you guys, and forever will be in my heart. So thank you so much, and see you guys later.
I think this is what makes PCN so important and special to me. It's a place to grow. It's a place to grow as a leader, as a team member, and as a friend. Alan Jor said this a lot during our meetings this season, and it stuck with me. PCN isn't possible without the continued support of students throughout the years. No one is forcing us to make a show. The show exists solely because we want it to. And I want to encourage anyone who has any interest at all to continue to bear this torch that was lit many years ago and to preserve it for future generations of students to come. It's taught a lot to me, much more than just the Filipino American experience, and I think it has a lot to teach you. That's it, thanks.
It's a place where you can find literally anything in, whether it's friends, whether it's more cultural knowledge into the Filipino dances, or just finding a place where you can feel more comfortable. PCN is a place that whatever you're looking for, I'm sure you'll find, because we're all a family and we're all in this together. So thank you guys for everything.
PCN is important because I would actually not be here without PCN. Because of PCN, I got to make amazing friends, amazing memories. I was able to find friends that I would never have found normally. I got to be a part of Pac Modern, the amazing history of Modern and PCN, and I'm just extremely grateful for PCN, Long Beach PCN. There's my wall, and there's my time. There we go.
It gave me a creative outlet that I didn't know that I really had available for me, and yeah, really.
I've been doing PCN for 9 years, and how do you love? People ask me, how do you love PCN so much, or have you not given up on it yet? And I always answer their question with a question: how do you give up the camaraderie? How do you give up a program that's giving you an opportunity to perform your culture in front of your friends and your family? How do you give that up? My love for PCN goes deeper than words. It's something you can only experience. And for those of you who joined, you just got a taste of it. That was just a taste. Imagine a whole year. Well, that's it for me. I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.
I think it's just an amazing way to see my beautiful, vibrant culture that we don't really get to see too much as living in the US, and this gives a better in-depth story, and just because our dances are very basically storytelling, and just figuring out where you came from, where you belonged, and that there are people here that want to learn with you. And PCN is just an amazing experience that every Filipino should understand about their culture and just live through it.
It was the very first community, the very first home away from home that I found in college, and the very first PCN performance that I did my second year was an experience like no other. And the experience of being on stage and portraying my culture, everything, that entire rush was such a thrill, and I wouldn't have traded that for anything else.
So PCN is really important to me because I feel like I've made the best friends in this, through how many years I've been doing this, and I just feel really good exploring more about my culture. PCN literally means so much. It's literally a life-changing experience. From a person who does not know much of their cultural background, was born in America, doesn't know our own language, PCN has really brought an eye-opener to who we are and like our cultural background. Yeah.
Within the 4 years that I've been a part of PCN, it has become like a second family and a second home to me. It's so much more than just putting on a show at CPAC. You know, it's sharing our culture and we're being proud of where we come from. I've met so many great people through PCN, and I'm so glad that I was able to be a part of it all. And I can't wait to see what's next for PCN. Thank you guys so much.
PCN means one big family. The Filipino culture really welcomes any ethnicity, any culture, anyone to their family. Like, you have those friends that are that you call your cousins, even though you guys aren't blood related, and that's what PCN means to me. It means having that extended family that you can always lean on, and having that extra family to be there as your support and help and love one another.
PCN is very important to me because it taught me what it means to be Filipino. Strong, kind, perseverant, and positive. PCN is important to me because it's a community where you can find yourself. It's a place where people can come together, struggle, have fun, and work towards a common goal together. And when I think of PCN, it's filled with the special things like laughter, obnoxious screaming, tears, and the clapping of hands whenever a plane passes by.
PCN is special to me because it allows me to shed some light on my perspective of being a Filipino American and how it's important to me. Thank you again.
In terms of what PCN means to me, everything. It's given me everything. My friends, a good work ethic. It's helped me to realize that I can actually do anything that I want to do, being that I'm PCN coordinator now. So I don't have a complete answer of what it means to me yet because I'm not done with it yet. So tune in next year to see what it means to me.
Hold up, one more thing. I'm doing more for 30